Have you ever wondered what the very first thought crossing Taehyung and Jungkook's minds was as they stepped off the plane and realized that their next destination in Europe had not transformed into the usual sea of purple? After delivering an unforgettable performance in London, destiny finally brought these 7 extraordinary artists to Munich, Germany, a city renowned for its magnificent classical architecture, rich history, and deeply rooted European culture. Yet instead of welcoming them with giant digital billboards or dazzling purple illuminations like the spectacular celebrations seen in Las Vegas, Munich chose to preserve its timeless identity and majestic heritage in the presence of the world's biggest music icons. This intriguing contrast quickly turned BTS's arrival in Bavaria into one of the most highly anticipated and mysterious moments for German army and millions of fans around the globe, all eagerly counting down to July 11, 2026. News of BTS's arrival in Munich was confirmed quietly but unmistakably through a simple post shared by official staff on social media, an announcement that instantly ignited an explosion of excitement across the internet. Fans soon realized that Munich was preparing something entirely different. A remarkable collaboration where the brilliance of modern Korean pop would blend seamlessly with the elegance of traditional European culture, without compromising the city's authentic character. It was as if the Munich city authorities wanted to send a silent yet powerful message to the world that BTS did not need to transform the appearance of an entire city to prove their extraordinary global influence. The presence of RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook alone was enough to turn centuries-old cobblestone streets and magnificent Baroque buildings into the center of worldwide attention. This respectful approach deeply touched countless ARMY, proving once again that BTS's music possesses the rare ability to coexist beautifully with any culture, creating a new symphony unlike anything witnessed throughout the history of their world tours. The ripple effect of their arrival quickly spread across Europe, triggering a massive wave of fans traveling from neighboring countries, including France, the United Kingdom, Italy, Spain, and the Netherlands. Thousands willingly crossed borders and traveled countless kilometers simply to become part of this unforgettable night. The usually peaceful city of Munich suddenly pulsed with extraordinary energy. Hotels reached full capacity, restaurants overflowed with visitors, and public transportation became packed with waves of fans dressed in shades of purple, proudly carrying official merchandise and army bombs ready to illuminate the night. Even local residents who had previously been unfamiliar with this global phenomenon found themselves amazed by how 7 young men from South Korea could energize the city's economy, tourism, and emotional atmosphere while uniting people from countless cultures through one universal language: music. Now the eyes and hearts of ARMY around the world are fixed on Allianz Arena, the iconic stadium usually filled with the thunderous cheers of Bayern Munich supporters. Tonight, however, it is prepared to transform into a sacred stage where 2 seemingly different worlds meet. The rich legacy of European football and the immense power of modern K-pop culture are about to create an unforgettable spectacle as tens of thousands of army bombs illuminate the stadium, turning it into a breathtaking ocean of shimmering purple light. Reports indicate that every member is in excellent condition, energized and excited despite the long journey. Yet tonight is no longer simply about a concert lasting a few hours. It is about creating an everlasting memory, one in which Munich does not lose its identity but instead writes a magnificent new chapter in its long history together. With BTS and ARMY, a chapter destined to be remembered for generations. At last, the long-awaited evening arrives, wrapping the area surrounding Bavaria's beloved stadium in an increasingly magical atmosphere. Thousands of eyes gaze in awe at the magnificent structure as it begins radiating an enchanting glow, reflecting the anticipation that has been building in the hearts of everyone present. Inside the dressing room, the members gather themselves, synchronizing their focus and steadying their heartbeats before taking their first steps toward the stage, where a thin veil of mist creates an air of mystery. For one brief moment, silence falls across the packed stadium. Then, in an instant, the opening notes of the first song echo through the arena. The crowd erupts into deafening cheers that shake the very foundations of the massive steel structure, marking the beginning of a brand new chapter in BTS's remarkable history on German soil. Song after song unfolded with breathtaking precision, blending flawless vocals and mesmerizing visuals into a performance that captivated everyone watching the dynamic movement across the stage. The musical maturity displayed by the 7 artists created a striking yet beautiful contrast against the grandeur of Munich's classical architecture. What echoed throughout the stadium was far more than entertainment. It became an emotional bridge that transcended differences in language, ethnicity, and nationality among fans who had traveled from every corner of the world. Every lyric seemed to carry a life of its own, sinking deep into the hearts of the audience and forging a sacred emotional connection beneath the cool European night sky. The interactions shared on that magnificent stage revealed the genuine appreciation the members held for their devoted fans. Warm smiles and meaningful glances from the artists became the perfect reward for the tens of thousands of people who had sacrificed both time and resources to witness this extraordinary occasion. No physical distance could diminish the powerful energy flowing from the stage to even the highest seats in the stadium. It was a remarkable reminder that even a performance on such a massive scale could still feel deeply intimate and profoundly personal when built upon mutual respect and sincere gratitude. Elsewhere, many local residents observing the extraordinary event began to discover a new dimension of modern artistic expression. They witnessed how the traditions they had preserved for centuries could peacefully coexist with contemporary popular culture from the other side of the world without either overshadowing the other. This beautiful cultural harmony offered a fresh perspective on global unity, demonstrating that differences should not be viewed as barriers but rather as colorful threads woven together into the rich tapestry of human civilization. That evening, Munich proved itself to be a thoughtful and gracious host, embracing modernity while remaining true to the heritage that defines its identity. As the concert approached its unforgettable climax, increasingly intricate choreography blended seamlessly with spectacular theatrical visual effects that dazzled every eye in the stadium. The energy radiating from the stage seemed limitless, inspiring the audience to cheer louder with every passing moment. Countless lights from smartphones and army bombs illuminated the arena, creating a breathtaking constellation that rivaled the brilliance of the stars scattered across the clear night sky. It was a defining moment that reflected the unwavering dedication of 7 artists committed to delivering their very best performance to everyone before them. Tears of emotion began to appear throughout the stadium as heartfelt farewell messages signaled the closing moments of the night. One by one, the members shared words of encouragement, gratitude, and hope, leaving memories that would remain etched in the hearts of those who experienced this unforgettable evening for years to come. Beneath the silent witness of Allianz Arena's magnificent architecture, they made a heartfelt promise to meet again in the future. It was a farewell, unlike any other, not an ending but merely a brief pause before the next chapter of their extraordinary journey begins in another city somewhere around the world.